I'm coming. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Lucifera here. So, today's eve is dedicated to the demon Marbas. And he's already here. I can feel it. I have got a request. People asking me, can you please demonstrate, show us how to do spells with the demon Marbas. So here you see, here is the seal of the spirit Marbas from this book. And first, I want to say that Marbas is safe to work with for good purposes. For example, if you have a family member who is ill and you want to do a spell to help speed up the recovery, or if you are ill yourself, you can do a spell with Marbas to speed up your recovery. But I want to point out that you should go to the doctor first to check your condition, to know what's wrong, because sometimes we might have cancer or some other disease, and spells with Marbas, perhaps maybe they can cure cancer too, but I see them as a complement to the treatment that is prescribed by a doctor. But spells with Marbas are very effective, or you can do them in the case when you have already been to the doctor and you have tried out everything possible and nothing helps you. Then if you try a spell with Marbas and it helps, you start to believe in the power of demons. So first we read about Marbas. Marbas, the fifth spirit, is Marbas. He is a great president and appeared at first in the form of a great lion, but afterwards, at the request of the master, he putteth on human shape. He answereth truly of things hidden or secret. He causeth diseases and cureth them. Again he giveth great wisdom and knowledge in mechanical arts, and can change men into other shapes. He governeth 36 legions of spirits, and his seal is this, which is to be worn. But you can have it like this on your altar and do a spell with Marbas. This was the Goetia part. Now we turn to the tree of life. See, here is the glyph, the tree of life, and here is a Sephira, this one, number 8. It is called Hod. And this Sephira Hod has a shell that is called Samael. Marbas comes from the region inside or just near this shell, Samael, and the correspondences of Kabbalah say that the color of the sphere is orange, and therefore I have chosen dark yellow paper. I didn't have bright orange, I chose yellow, so it's okay. And then the Kabbalah says that there are many other correspondences, but I use my own, which I have convinced that they work for me. And by the way, if you are doing a spell for, say, for your children or for some relative, auntie, you can have the picture of the person in front of you on the altar. And when I have clients requesting such spells, for example, one client had ended up in the hospital with kidney malfunction. So he asked me, can you do this spell quickly so I recover? I wrote the Facebook profile URL here on the back side. I wrote the full name, surname on the back side of the seal, and then also address, the client's address. And when I do the spell, and when I summon the demon Marbas, I read all this information for him and send off the demon to the client. A moment. I also use an ordinary tea candle. First, of course, you should do the spell inside a circle, and you should do the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram before you begin with the main ritual, before you begin calling Marbas. And then when you end the ritual, give the license, thank Marbas, give him the license to go, and then finish with the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram to clean the space of all roaming spirits. And this spell is done during a Wednesday, during the astrological hour of Mercury, and also, now my thoughts disappeared. How strange it is. What was I going to say? Okay, maybe I remember it. So I usually close my eyes and then concentrate on the image of the client. I recall him in my mind's eye, and kind of I see myself there with the client, or the client with me. And then I light the candle. I place this intent of helping, of healing into my thoughts, and then project it into the candle. I use, for this spell, I use something that's called timjan in Swedish, and it is called time in English. I use pine oil, mint oil, and sandalwood oil. All these oils will be applied to the seal. And I also use my own mix. This oil is very powerful. The base is olive oil. Take 1 cup of olive oil and place in 2 tablespoons of crushed bay leaf and 1 tablespoon of crushed sage. And then you can use this oil also. I apply it on the seal. I use tiger eye gems, 4 such gems. I don't remember now why I chose the number 4, because Hod has the number 8, but I chose 4. Maybe it's for stability. I use cinnamon sticks, because this herb vibrates with protection and healing of the physical body. I also use a whole nutmeg. it's also a healing herb. So yes, now I remember. You can do such healing spells during the waning moon. This is a very good time to banish illness. I usually, it's my experience that the clients experience bad health when it is full moon, and then they contact me during the waning moon. Can you do a spell for me because I feel terrible? So waning moon, full moon, and also waxing moon are good times to do such spells, but just check the lunarium so the moon is not transiting from one sign to another. The moon should be in one particular sign, then it is stable and the spell has very good chances to become successful. So I use my copy of my old spell. For example, I activate the seal of Marbas with the elements. This incense represents the element of air. Element of air, please lend me your powers. Next, element of fire, lend me your powers, cooperate with me. Element of water, please lend me your powers, cooperate with me. At last, element of earth is the salt I have in this glass. Please cooperate with me. Now I have asked the elements to cooperate with me. I begin summoning Marbas. I evoke and conjure you, O demon Marbas, from the shell that is behind Hod. I call you forth, and I look at the seal for 2-3 minutes. I call you forth in the name and by the authority of my master Satan. Marbas, please hear my requests to you. I did the spell for a client. A man I know asked you to heal him. The man lives in Italy, and his name is such and such. Please help this man to recover from his illness. And then I apply these oils to the seal. Sandalwood, then mint. All these oils are helpful when it comes to bringing health. And pine. Pine gives protection and also healing. I place it on the seal. Then, for example, I read here on the back side the address of the client, the Facebook URL or some other information like email address. I read it for Marbas and I say go to this place and help this person and heal this person. And then I look at the seal and I start to meditate. I enter a deep meditative state and imagine myself sitting on the bed with my client, and I place my hands For example, if it is the kidney or something, I place my imaginary hands on the back, on the spine of the client, and massage and direct imaginary rays, healing rays into that area. I also place such imaginary seals on the spine of the client. I do this for about 15-20 minutes or something like that. And then I place 4 such tiger eye gems because they protect against human factor mistakes in the hospital, for example, by the doctors and nurses. I have placed 4. Then I pour out a little bit of theme. I place the cinnamon on the seal, and I place the nutmeg. And if you are doing this spell for yourself, for example, if you have headaches all the time, or you have pain in your spine, then you can, for example, read these kind of affirmations. I am pain-free and totally in sync with life. Read this one 8 times, then I am healthy and filled with energy. I feel the bounce in my step. I see my shining eyes. The radiant me is right here. I claim it now. I return my body to optimum health by giving it what it needs on every level. You read each affirmation, say 8-9 times, and I deserve the best, and I accept the best now. And then